Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to do a look today using the James Charles palette. It's by Morphe too. Well, it's a collab between them two. So we're starting with the color Pinky Drinky, I think that's what it's called. And we're just laying down a base color. So after we do that, we're going to pick up the shade Skip and we're going to start in the outer corner of our eyes and work it into that crease. We're going to go very light-handed with this color, so it's not like, because this pink's, it pops. And I even mix the light pink with that hot pink too, so it's not just out there really, really bright. So now we're going to go in with the color Love That. We're just wanting to kind of give it more of like a plum kind of purplish color. We're also keeping that at the outer corner of our eyes and working into the crease and blending that up to that brow line, towards that brow line, not all the way to the brow line. Because when you do that, it makes your eyes look like it's kind of crammed in there. All right, now we're going to pick up the color Single. It's more of a light purple color. I'm going to blend that with the Skip color, starting out the outside corner, the outer corner of our eye, and also working it into the crease line. And we're just going to blend that in nicely, evenly, and it's just going to give that really good, nice fade into that top shade Skip, because you really want to leave that to be seen. A lot of this crease is going to go away once we start cutting it. This right here, we're going in with Escape. It's a really dark purple, so we're just wanting to darken the crease in the outer corner so it gives that eye more of a depth look to it. We're still wanting to keep the other colors that we laid earlier on it, but we really do want to give it a depth. We aren't making it into the triangle on the corner or whatever, the arrow on the outer corner, because this look is going to be a halo look. So we're going evenly across the whole lid and into the inner corner, right by your nose. So it's going to be evenly spread. It's kind of like a windshield wiper effect. So we're just making sure that we have both sides even, darkened, and blended nicely into those base colors. We're picking up a little bit as we go, just so, like I said repeatedly, you don't start out too bold. You can always add more color, but it's a lot harder to tone it down or take it away. So now I'm picking up that Skip color, and we are just going in making sure that that Skip, the first application of it, is not forgotten or made over. And then we're just blending that down into that Escape color into the crease. Now we're starting the cut crease. I take my concealer of choice. I start in the inner corner of the eye and I work my way up that crease. I also do my trick. I look up. I didn't want to go too high with the halo look, so I barely just did it enough to where it would tip at the highest depth, but not too high. Also, if you notice, there is kind of like a winged going off to the side. This is my first time ever trying this look. Not really sure what you call it. It could be just a cut crease, but a higher. It's definitely not a normal cut crease. I saw this look that kind of inspired me, but they had white liner. So I was like, maybe if I tried that cut crease really high, if I can get the same effect, because I don't own any white liners right now. So I'm just going in right now with that concealer and really defying that line and making sure that there is an even layer of concealer packed into the lid. And still just going in, kind of putting those final touches in. Now, I did notice that when I was trying to do this, the color was going into that concealer, so I had to kind of constantly wipe off that flat brush. So be careful with that because you definitely will get a tint of color. Now I'm just taking a small brush and going in with those colors and really defining that line, so it can be a really smooth transition of those colors, so you can see that where I cut it. And also it's just going to kind of make it look a little bit lighter. I still ran into trying to make it white though, so just be cautious of that. Now I'm just working in the halo in the middle of the cut crease that I did. So I'm going to put that escape color on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just packing that color in there, but then we're going to take a fine little brush and we're going to just slightly do circular motions to blend it in, because we don't want to cover the whole lid. Now we're taking in that skip color again, and we're going to put it right outside that escape shade. And we're going to bring it up just a little bit up to that line. So is what it's going to do is it's going to leave like a nude line, like a swiggly line that goes over your lid. It's really pretty. It's the crease and then a high cut. So we're just going in both sides towards the nose, the inner corner and the outer corner, and just making sure that's really defined. Now we're taking this shade, I think it's Social Blade, and we're just packing that in that middle. So that's going to be your wider area of the eye. So that's going to create that real pretty halo effect. So I guess we're doing a cut crease halo effect, which is kind of odd. Like I said, I don't really know what to call it, so I'm trying my best. Okay, so I'm taking my Tarteist double pen marker, whatever you want to call it, pencil, and I am working on that winged liner. I don't want to do too thick of a line because I really want to leave the detailing of that halo cut crease on that lid. So we're just going all the way to the inner corner and just making sure that it's a real nice, solid, steady, thinner on the thinner side, that line, and just making that crisp, sharp wing out to the side. Next, I am going to pick up my white eyeliner and add it to my waterline. And as what that is going to do is not only brighten up my eyes and make them look bigger, but I'm going to pop those colors that are on my lid on my lash line, not my waterline. So this white waterline is really going to make those colors pop under there, and that's what you're wanting. So now I'm just going in with my mascara. I believe this one is the Tartsy curling mascara. I curled my lashes off camera because again, that's just kind of creepy. So yeah, so I'm not really curling it too much because your girl is doing lashes in front of the camera. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, so there's some mistakes here and there. I'm adding my glue right now and just really, I formed that lash so it'll curl again, and I'm blowing on it to get it dry so it's more tacky feeling, because you don't want to add the glue and then stick it on there because it's just going to slide all over. So now I put it on there and I readjust to where I need to go. I start with the outer corner first, and I really want to lay that down so I can make sure the length of my eye is good over there and it's not too close to the inner corner of the eye. So once I have that nice in place, I'm going to like press on it and make sure it just gets a real nice stick there. I'm also sticking my real lashes and those fake lashes together. So now I'm just working on laying the rest of that lash down on my natural lash line, and just making sure that the length of them's really good, and then just packing them in there, like packing it up towards my eyelid. Adding a little bit of mascara to it so it sticks it together. And now I'm just squeezing those lashes together and curling them up with my finger. So it's going to give that nice fan to those false lashes. Plus it's going to make my real lashes mix in with it. And now we are going to work on that bottom lash line. I am taking the color Skip and I'm adding it from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. Not going into that waterline because we want to leave it white. And we're just taking a small brush to do that with. And then later we're going to pick up that fluffy brush, the small fluffy brush, and we're going to blend that out so it's not that harsh line. And then after we have that pink set down there, we're going to pick up the color Escape, a very little bit of it, and we're going to go right under and kind of blend it to where it fades into that skip, into that Escape color. Now we are starting on the lips. I did not have any liner that looked good with this color, so I just used the Lippy. This is a NARS, I believe it is. It was in one of their kits. So I'm just following my natural lip line and just filling it as I go. I'm being careful to follow my lip line. I think I said lash line. If I did, sorry. But yeah, I'm just making sure I don't overdraw them. My lips do not look good overdrawn, so I tend to kind of stay with that natural side of it. I would love to learn how to do the overlining, just because who doesn't want those luscious looking lips? But for right now, this works. And I think that's going to end the final look. Very creative. I'm satisfied. I'll probably try this look again in the future, but yeah, here you go. So leave me some comments down below, a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell so you can be notified the next time I post. Spread love, not hate.